Patch notes. Let's go. Let's see if we can get this on. Is it on yet? Are they live? They are live. They are live. Right, let's go. Let's go. Right, so Recobless we know about. Let's do Penance Brand. Fuck it. Penance Brand. Here we go. Penance Branded Dissipation now activates every 0.75 seconds while attached. Previously 0.6, so they've slowed down the activation. There's nerf 1. And has 50% effectiveness of added damage, previously 65. There's nerf 2. It now deals 16 to 24 physical damage at gem level 1, previously 20 to 30. There's nerf 3. Scaling up to 231 to 347, so there's another nerf of damage. There's nerf 4. And pulses now deal 30% more damage from hits, and ailments previously 60% more damage from hits. Oh my god. There's nerf 5. Five nerfs to Penance Branded Dissipation. Oh my god. They didn't just fucking hit it once, they hit it 5 times. Right, okay. What else did they change? Ball lightning of static can no longer be used by totems. I was looking at that build as well. I was looking at the totem build. Oh, for fuck's sake. Rip Peen. Yeah, Penance Brand is fucked. Archmage support can no longer support brand or orb skills. No longer has supported skills gain added lightning damage equal to 70. Spend supported skills. Okay. Right, okay. It's not much change on that one. Blade Blaster, Dagger Detonation, no. Didn't play much of these. Blink, Arrow, Cleave. Dominating Blow, no. Explosive Trap. Sanguinate, Firestorm. Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike has been buffed. Now has 50% increased crit strike chance per power charge, previously 30. Okay. Frostblades now deal 20% more cold damage over time. Frostblink now has effective added damage. Frostblink has been buffed. What? 250 from 180. Okay. Kinetic Bolt of Fragmentation. Here we go. No longer has increases and reductions to spell damage also apply to attack damage from this skill at 200% of their value. Quality now causes projectiles to change direction. Previously it provided increases and reductions. It now has 55% effectiveness of added damage at gem level 1, previously 65, so that's been nerfed. And scaling up to 70% at level 20, previously 85, so double nerf, or triple nerf on that one. I kind of saw that coming, because a lot of people were using that to one-shot some bosses. It was ridiculous. Lightning Arrow has been buffed. Now has 4. Okay. Lightning Spire now strikes 8. That's been buffed. Prismatic Clones. Let's get rid of that. Wait, there's another one? Fixed a... Oh, right. Okay, no, that's a bug. That was a bug change. Power Siphon now deals added lightning damage equal to 15% at gem level 1. Previously 10, so that's been buffed. Scaling to 24. That's been buffed. So Power Siphon's been buffed. Rain of Arrows of Artillery has been buffed. Yes. Ray Spectre of Transience now has maximum of 4 Ray Spectres at gem level 1, previously 3. Scaling up to 6 at gem level 20, previously 4. What? So Spectres have been fucking buffed. 6 Spectres? 6 Spectres? That's a big buff. At level 20, I'm assuming it can't go any higher than that. Ray Zombie of Falling. Zombies created are no longer usable by Detonate Dead. Okay. Scourge Arrow of Menace. I know a few people were playing that. Now has each spore pod fires 4 thorn arrows at all gem levels. Previously 5. So that's been nerfed. Shield Crush. Now deals added fire damage. Previously 7 to 9, so Shield Crusher has been buffed. Attack speed is now 50% for Shrapnel Ballista of Steel. That's been buffed. Sniper's Mark now causes cursed enemies to take 10% increased damage from projectiles. That's been unchanged. Scaling 29. So Sniper's Mark has now been nerfed again. Oh, fuck's sake. 2 additional targets, previously 2, scaling up to 4 at level 1. Projectiles which hit cursed enemies now split towards 2 additional targets at all gem levels. Previously it was 2 at gem level 1 and 4 at gem level 20. So that's been nerfed as well. Fucking hell. What's that? Alternate art unique items can now be converted to account-bound microtransaction using the new convert price reward. The item will be destroyed. Okay. Spectral throw of materializing has been buffed. Stormbrand of indecision. Here we go. Now has effectiveness of added damage, so that's been nerfed quite a bit. Has a cast time of 0.75, previously 0.3, so that's also been nerfed. Now deals 5 to 14 lightning damage, also nerfed. Scaling up to 515, also nerfed. Oh my god. And quality now does 20% damage, previously 20. They have seriously gone to town on nerfing fucking Stormbrand and brand skills. Summon Raging Spirits. The Raging Spirits melee attack no longer gains 38% more damage at levels. Ooh! Is that a massive nerf to SRS? Oh my god. So they've lost 38% damage. Okay. Summon Chaos Golem and Maelstrom. Golem's Chaos now deals with 3 damage over time. Okay. Golem's Meteor now deals 50% more damage. Okay. Ice damage. Okay. 55 damage. Stone Golem now grants 50% melee damage taken from your Stone Golem's life before you. So that's been buffed. Tornado Shot now has an attack speed modifier. Hold on. Tornado Shot now has an attack speed modifier of 80% of the base. Previously 100%. So that's been nerfed. And now uses the same bow animation as the Puncture Skill gem. It now has... Hold on. It now has a mana cost of 10 at gem level 1. Previously 8. So that's been nerfed again. Scaling up to 12 at gem level 20. Previously 10. So they've increased the mana cost of Tornado Shot. And the quality now provides increased projectile speed instead of fires additional projectiles. Ooh, so now you've lost a projectile and you've increased the mana cost of Tornado Shot. Oof, ouch. It's a good thing I don't play bow builds. Unearth, yeah, don't play Unearth. Void Sphere has been buffed and Volatile Dead. After reaching the maximum number of orbs, the oldest existing orbs no longer explode, they are just simply killed. Okay. Awesome. Let's go back up, because obviously I jumped straight to the gems there, so let's just go back up a sec, because I just want to just check a few things. What the hell is this? Right, okay, hold on. Let me go back up. New content and features. So the following links have been added to the core pool, so they're the new pool. New support gem, yep. New automation we know about. Yep, we know about those. Added a new veiled scarab. Added a new currency item, a veiled scarab, which reveals a random scarab when clicked. Okay. That's random. Veil Chaos obviously have now been removed to Katrina. Yep, we know that. The following currency items are now have a stack of 20. Exalted Orbs, yes. Regal Orbs, yes. Divine Orbs, yes. Stack decks, now get a stack of 20, yes. All the Exalted Orbs from the Crusaders, from the Conquerors, yep. Enkindling Orbs are now 20. Instilling Orbs are 20. Tainted Exalted Orbs and Eldritch Exalted Orbs, yes. So they're all 20. Awesome. Added Cosmic Decaying, Awakening, Synthesizing, Reality Devouring, and Blazing Fragments. They're the Uber Fragments. That's the name of them. Mini-map icons for strong boxes. Yep, seen that. Yeah, that's fine. Whoa, hold on a second. On a totally unrelated note, the crafting recipe unlock for movement speed rank 1 can now be found in the city of Sarn. Okay. Where was it previously? I can't remember where that was. Alternating art. Yeah, you just put that one to me, didn't you? Added 374 more foiled tier 17 Valdo maps and 70 more foiled unique item options for the Voidborns. The Witch has received audio dialogue for part 2 of Path of Exile. Okay. Added a new trade notification sound and increased the volume of the party invitation notification sound. Thank fuck for that. The amount of times I didn't hear that. For the Incinerate, continue to... Okay. So endgame improvements. Right, okay. So, the most difficult and most rewarding content that may have needed... Yeah, okay. In addition, the difficulty in the jump between the pinnacle was enough. Okay. Cosmic Wounds, Momentum Memory, Thirst and Knowledge, and yep. They're all been removed. Yep. These fragments can be obtained from the new tier 17 maps. Yep. These feature a new set of bosses, uber monsters, and a new tier of modifiers. Yep. Tier 17 maps have 20% quality and are unmodifiable. Awesome. So they're like Valdo maps. Brilliant. There are 5 tier 17 maps. For each of these bosses, there is an existing unique item has been removed from the core drop pool and now exclusively has a chance to drop from these bosses. These unique items have been rebalanced. Okay. The Darkseer unique scepter now has +2 to the level of all spell skill gems, mana level per magical energy shield. It no longer has increased global damage. A divine orb can be obtained. Okay. Okay, doesn't sound too crazy. Malachi's Endurance, Frenzy, and Paladin don't have 10% chance, respectively 20% chance any defense, respectively. This change affects existing items. Okay. There's increased mana recovery. Previously 50 to 70, so there's an increase of the mana. Increased mana regen, which is massive increase. No longer has increased energy shield. Ouch. When you cast a spell, it now sacrifices all mana to gain added lightning damage. 50%, previously 25, so that's lightning damage equal to 50. Okay, so that's been buffed. Wraithlord Helmet or Abyssal +1 to the number of maximum spectres per costly Argyle, +2 to the maximum number of spectres, and a +1 to the plus many spell gems. These, right, okay. So spectres sound busted already. If you ran that helmet with the gem, and you managed to get the gem pretty high, and you managed to get it to, let's say, level 20... Let me get the gem up. I'm sure the Ray Spectre gem is pretty... When it starts going up in levels, you start to increase the amount of spectres that you can have. So give me a minute. Yeah. So once you hit level 25, you can have 3 spectres. Yes. So level 25. Now, if you ran it with this helmet, that's 4, 5, 6, that's 7 spectres. And then, if you then ran it with... If you then manage to get the levels up even higher, can you get a 4th? No, you can't. So you could potentially run 4, 5, 6, 7 spectres, which sounds busted. If you then manage to get, I'm sure you can get it on the boots that says you can have I think it's either the boots or the chest, I can't remember, that you can get an additional spectre. You could run 8 spectres. That just sounds broken as shit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that just sounds crazy. The Yoke of Suffering amulet now has enemies take 5%, 10% increased damage for each type of ailment you have inflicted. Previously 5. Existing items can be updated. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We've also made 2 tweaks. Okay. In order to challenge the Uber version, you must now successfully their non-Uber version. Okay. Place 5 in the fragments. You no longer need to worry about arranging the fragments in the right order. Okay. The 5th slot in the map device is now unlocked upon completing a non-Valdos tier 17 map. No more 5 ways. No more 5-way 5-slot map devices, guys. Yes. Void Stones each now provide tier 16 maps drops in areas have a 0.5% chance to become a tier 17 for each socketed Void Stone, so you'll get it up to 2% in total. Okay. Sextants, here we go. With the expansion of this, we have now obviously played repeated large sequences of maps. Yep. To solve this, we are removing the Sextant and Master Mission selector systems and putting significant more power into Scarabs and the Atlas Tree. You can now no longer earn Einhar, Alva, Junt, or Nico Master missions, and the accessibility to have these masters have been significantly increased. With the chances with the changes to the Atlas Suite, yeah, still has missions available. Yeah, okay. Kirek still has missions. That's good. Sextants no longer drop, and Surveyor's compasses are no longer offered. Sorry, what? Now the value of the alternate arts will gonna go up drastically. Maybe. Existing awakened sextants, elevated sextants, and charged compasses, and all scarabs will be converted to veiled scarabs upon logging in after launch. Ooh, okay. Previous sources of sextants such as Legion, Ritual, Incursion, and sextants offered for purchase by Kirek have been replaced with scarabs. Fucking hell, they are proper pushing scarabs. Inscribed ultimatums that require awakened sextants as a sacrifice now require stacked decks. Existing forbidden sanctums that reward awakened sextants will now reward veiled scarabs, so you're going to get fucking tons of veiled scarabs. The Crucible passive skill that causes an item to sell for additional sextants now instead causes an item to sell for 1 or 2 cartography sextants. Okay. Valdo maps that had a chance to convert maps to charged compasses instead have a chance maps to, okay. The crafting option to 50% chance to not to consume a sextant has been removed. I kind of assumed that. And the following divination cards have been disabled. Monochrome for the elevated and Underground Forest. Existing divination cards cannot be turned in. Okay. Scarab rework. Here we go. We've completely reworked all of the scarabs. You might come across scarabs that simply grant access to different content and others that cause that content to grant better rewards and its monsters to yield more XP. Each type of scarab now has multiple versions, so if you want to fully invest into a single type of content, you can do. All scarabs are now world drops and are no longer have tiers. Some might be rarer than others, but the intention is that there may be a lot more than before and more interesting combinations to consider. If you want to target specific scarabs, Betrayal has been updated to include most of them. Okay. In addition to reworking currently available scarabs, we've also introduced 20 new scarabs. While the system is allowing you to heavily invest in some content, it's reducing your capacity for a variety. To address this, we've massively increased access to content on the Atlas Tree. You are now able to reliably access different content like Breach or Legion solely from your Atlas passives. Okay. Incursion, Delve, Betrayal, and Beastry are now accessible through scarabs. Okay. Scarabs have been more reliable investment options on the Atlas Tree. Not only this, you can now have Alva, Nico, Junt, and Einhar all appear together in the same map. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The 10 Atlas notable passives that cause your maps to have no chance to contain specific content has now caused scarabs found in your maps to that type of content. These notables now have your maps have 2% chance to contain other content. Right, okay. That, oh wait, whoa. So this is where you would exclude them. I was trying to understand what I meant then. Finding your maps. So these notables now have your maps have a 2% chance to contain other content that can be turned off through Atlas passives instead of your maps have a 2%. Okay. Scarabs now have a stack size of 20 instead of 10. Oh, that's amazing. Previous vendor recipes for scarabs have been removed, though we have added a new vendor recipe that can be used to trade 3 scarabs for a single scarab of a type different. Okay. Following divination cards have been temporarily disabled. More is never enough, and rebirth and renewal. Okay. Maven invitations we know about. Related. Well done. Okay, yeah, I know about that. Atlas passive tree changes. Okay. You can also label, so you can have 3 we know about. You can also label them. Yeah, okay. During the year, you'll be able to support. We've added 4 clusters that allow you to enhance the gameplay. Okay. We've added a new Atlas keystone to the Necropolis Atlas Passive Tree, regular, which includes all corpses which, with unresolved anguish in your maps, have reveals a random craft when buried. Okay. Added a catalyst for Necropolis Fear of Light, which provides haunted modifiers are applied randomly to packs in your maps. Monster packs in your maps have a 25% chance to have an additional haunted modifier, and Embers of the Orflame cannot be found in your maps. Okay. If there are fewer than 50 monsters remaining in your maps, final map bosses are empowered by Affliction Wisps. That is OP as fuck. The fact that you can then get empowered wisps on the boss, but you have to kill all the monsters in the map before you kill the boss. Yeah. Has to be fewer than 50. Added a new effect back to basics. Your maps randomly have between 0 and 80% more modifier effect. Oof. Extra content cannot appear in your maps and cannot apply influence to your maps. Oh my god. But you have an 80% increased effect of the modifiers for the actual maps. Right, okay. Is that pretty busted? 80% more modifier? Maybe. Added a new keystone, which grants 20 Atlas passive skill points, but it makes it so scarabs cannot be found in your maps. Oof. And your maps cannot be modified by fragments other than divine vessels. But you get 20 points. 7th gate. I'm sorry, what? The 7th gate, so no more all map device things are gone. Growing Hordes is gone, so no more pack size. All Hands, I can't remember what that did. I think that was something to do with Breach. Stream of Consciousness, Grand Design, and Wandering Path have all been removed. My god. So that means you can't now rush Wandering Path to get to tier 16 maps fast. Bastards. Okay. Twist of Fate now causes your corrupted rare maps and any map crafting options applying to them to be modified unpredictably. Previously a corrupted maps applying. Right, okay. Alright. The number of additional bosses summoned by the destructive play is now higher if there are fewer monsters remaining in the map. I'm sorry, what? There is now higher if there are fewer monsters remaining in the map. So she can basically spawn more than 3. Okay, busted. But again, have you noticed something here? They're trying to get you to clear all of the monsters in the map. That's 2 things now seen where they're trying to get you to kill more monsters and spend more time in your maps. Added 3 new scarab clusters to the Atlas tree, provided 4% increased scarabs found in your maps, and 9 that causes scarabs in your maps to have 100% more likely to be either Essence Beyond, Torment, Reliquary, Cartography, Anarchy, Ambush, Harbinger, or Domination. Let's just stop for a second. Essence, so that means that there's going to be a scarab that you can force essences into your maps. That sounds crazy. Then you can force Beyond, and Harbinger, and Ambush. Jesus. That's like picking like 4 of your map device options at once. That's gotta be crazy. Added a new scarab cluster that provides you with chittering champions, Scarabs found in your maps are more likely to be less common, while Chittering Champions causes the final map boss in each map to have a 25% chance to drop an additional Scarab. The 5 small passives provide 4% increased Scarabs. They're really pushing these Scarabs. Added a new Scarab cluster, which provides unique monsters in your maps have 200% increased chance to drop Scarabs from unique monsters, while 2, which provides 4% increased Scarabs. Another one which provides 12% increased Scarabs found in maps, and another 4. Your maps contain 10% more monster packs consisting of difficult and rewarding monsters. Okay. The increased effect of modifiers on your map per 5% map quality. And 3 passives that provide increased effect of your modifiers. Yeah, increased effect of modifiers. Okay. So that's about boosting map quality. Added a new incursion cluster. Treasure hunt causes encouraged contribution. Alva. Right, okay, so that's Alva based. Added a new delve cluster. Sulfite in your map contain doomed spirits. Okay. Added a new bestiary. It causes red beasts in your maps to have a 50% chance to break free. Beasts which break free gain bestial rage, and deafening beasts grant hunters cunning on the defeated target. The 2 passives your maps have. But what the fuck does that do? Doesn't tell you what that does. Bestial rage. Does that make them harder to kill? Better drops? Syndicate members obtain an additional equipment item when appearing in your maps, and 20% more rarity of items from your syndicate operatives. The cluster provides 8% chance to contain Jun. Right, okay. Fiendish opulence beyond cluster. Demonic power, which causes you to beyond person you pass. The entrance passive provides 4% chance for your maps to construct a trap beyond monsters, increase merging radius, and increase merging radius. Okay. I'm sorry, what? It causes red beasts captured in your maps to have a 50% chance to gain a modifier that provides a chance to not be consumed when sacrificed at the blood altar, and causes red beasts in your maps to have an additional modifier. So you can use him twice. The 3 small bestiary ones provide a chance to contain Ironheart. Okay. The secret operations notable has been renamed. It no longer causes strongbox in your maps to have 6% chance to be operatives, instead causes strongbox open in your maps to have a 10% chance to be opened again. So that was the Scarab notable. Scarab strongbox. Subtle manipulations have been replaced. It causes rare monsters to have a 50% increased chance to drop Scarabs per monster modifier affecting it. Oh my god. The 4 small passives in this cluster have been provided. Final map boss has a 1% chance, 6% chance, right? Ooh. The Conquered Conquers Atlas passive. Map bosses have a 100% chance to drop a Conqueror map. Previously 30%. That is a massive buff. But saying that, they have removed the Sextant that gave you a guaranteed drop of a Conqueror map. So they had to put it somewhere. So they've put it there. The amplified energies now causes imprisoned monsters in your maps to have at least 1 essence at the highest possible tier. Previously, essences found in your maps are a tier higher. Ruthless is unaffected by this change, but that means that you have a guaranteed deafening every single essence. I think. Yes. That is OP. I may be wrong in saying that, but to get a guaranteed deafening essence for every single essence that you open, that is OP. Because you do not get a guaranteed. You can either have whispering, screaming, shrieking. That says you get at least 1 essence at the highest possible tier. Wow. Okay. The Crystal Renaissance Atlas now random to be granted. Hold on. Now causes a map boss to be granted a random essence modifier from any imprisoned monsters slain in your maps, and causes remnants of corruptions used on imprisoned monsters in your maps to replace all essences with one of the essences on the imprisoned monster. It causes remnants of corruption used. I need to read that again. And used on imprisoned monsters in your maps to replace all essences with one of the essences. What? So if you was to corrupt one with, let's say, and it had essence of loathing, from what I'm reading here, it causes a remnant of corruption to replace all of the essence with one of the essences. So you'll then get all shrieking. Let me read that. Monsters imprisoned by a shrieking essence in your maps will be duplicated when released. Has been removed. So they gave us guaranteed ways of getting deafening. They've gave us more ways of more ways of getting more by doing this that replaces them all, and then they remove the duplication. So would it be the same? Don't know. Next one. Just in time. That's got to be Alva. It's called Just in Time. 20% chance to contain Alva and 10% chance to contain Alva. That's fine. 3% specifies your maps have contain Alva. 8% chance to contain Alva. 10% chance to contain Nico. 3% increased sulfite. Yeah. Increased Nico. Increased sulfite. Yeah. Your maps have Alva. Just in Einhar. Okay. They removed the copy beasts. That's the small one at the bottom. Small passive mighty hunter, which will okay. Yeah, but okay. The found investigation obsessed contain John. Okay, that's fine. The bribery and leadership. Your maps contain 1% chance to grant an additional John. Okay. To abyss. Your maps have a 2% chance to contain an abyss per 2% increased pack size, previously 1%, so that's been buffed. Small passives now 12% chance to contain an abyss, now 4. Jesus. There are 4 additional exile spore chances. Your maps have a 25% chance to contain. Okay, that's been buffed. Spores. Ooh, that's pretty big. Fungal bloom, 40% chance to contain a blight with 3 passive. Oh. Blight now having 40% chance to contain a blight encounter, previously 10. They've like quadrupled that. Jesus. Probing for weakness Atlas passives now provide your maps 20% chance to contain breaches, doubled. Small breach chance contains 10%, doubled and a bit. Small chance now provide your maps, okay, and that's been doubled. Gatekeepers now, your maps have 6% chance to contain breaches, that's been increased. 3 other passive now can contain breaches, 4th following 6th, that's been increased. Increase the power struggle, your maps have 6% to contain, that's been increased. That which you seek. Your maps have 20% chance to contain a mirror of delirium, previously 10 is now 25, that's pretty big. With all the others being increased to 12, massive. Added 2 small Atlas passives either side of that, your maps have, okay. Delirium chance, your maps have 8% chance, yep. 20% chance to contain additional shrine, previously 10, so that's been doubled, nice. Your maps have a 20% chance to contain an expedition, previously 12, and 12% chance instead of 4. Okay, that's nice, expedition. The 2 remaining passives, 8% cause an expedition counter, previously 4, that's been doubled. Call of the Grove, your maps have a 30% chance to contain Sacred Grove, has been doubled. 50% chance third, previously, yep, that's been doubled. Small harvest chance passives, your maps have 10% chance to contain Sacred Grove, has been doubled. Provide your maps have 16% chance to contain a Legion, previously 10, has been increased by 6%, and that one's been doubled. Your maps have a 16% chance, has been increased and doubled. Small Legion, your maps have an 8% chance to contain a Legion, that's been doubled. Ultimatum has been doubled. And doubled and a bit more. Ultimatum sense, they've increased like everything, all the percentages. Sacred lands, ritual altars has been doubled and doubled. 4 remaining British Euro maps to contain ritual altars has been doubled. Vivid memories, now potential. Ooh, nerfed. Vivid memories, what 2% chance to drop from the final map? Oh no, sorry, buffed. It's gone to 2% rather than 1.5. That's a buff. Descent of Blood. Descent of Blood Atlas passive now provides 24% chance beyond demons. That's been buffed massively. Fucking hell. From 10 to 24%. Been doubled and then a bit more. And then the 6% increased, previously 3, so they've gone from 3% to 6. Jesus. The 3 chance could be demons, yep. Been removed. The Enduring Influence cluster has been removed. Does anybody know what that was? I can't remember what that one was. Let's check what that was. Oh. That was the +1 to sextants. So that's been removed. Previously duplicated, now provide 3. Oh, what the fuck? Small Atlas passives that previously provided 0.5% chance for map drops to be duplicated now instead provides 3% increased scarabs. I can see a problem already. Map sustain. Maybe that's just me, but I think map sustain is going to be a struggle this league. Not the stream no longer than unique maps, so this really by the unique maps. Small Maven invitation drop chance to read a map boss while I'm in Maven. Okay. Yeah, increased pack size. Right, okay. League chances, here we go. Essence monoliths in white maps can now spawn up to a maximum tier of screaming, where those in yellow and red can spawn up to the maximum tier of shrieking. So no more deafening. No more deafening in red maps? Really? Beastry recipe for gaining. So when I said earlier that that buff was a buff, it wasn't a buff because they've removed the chance. So I'm assuming you can only get deafening from tier 17, maybe. Beastry recipe for gaining 1 of each Atlas mission is now gives you 5 Kirak missions. The Beastry recipe for transforming a Gilded to a Winged has been replaced. Hillock transportation safe house is now a chest of essence scarabs. Varich's research is now a stash of harvest scarabs. Hillock's is now Anarchy scarabs. Jorgen's is ritual scarabs. Aisling is beyond scarabs. Hillock's is now a trapped stash of scarabs. Varich's is delirium scarabs. Guff's is incursion scarabs. And Corell's is influencing scarabs. What the fuck is an influencing scarab? I can guess what all of the rest are, but what the fuck is an influencing scarab? Sources of divination card drops from League content such as Legion Blight, Delirium Heist, Expedition Delve are now instead drop stack decks. Okay. Wait. So that means then that if you ran Blight, if you run Blight and you open up a Blight chest, instead of you get a selection of div cards, you will just get a shit ton of stacked decks instead. That's it. You won't get any specific div cards. Okay. Same with Expedition. Yeah, okay. Now to dance. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Another one. Added 2 new harvest crafting options. Yeah, we know about that one. And omens are now offered as ritual rewards. Ooh, okay. Right, Atlas changes. Here we go. Synthesized maps now drop. Synthesized maps now drop from map bosses in tier 14 and above, previously tier 11. and are now level 81, previously 80. The unique Cortex synthesized map can no longer drop from Atlas map bosses or be obtained as a reward from any league content. So how the fuck do you get it? Anybody? If it doesn't drop from an Atlas map boss and it cannot be obtained from a reward from any other league content, then how the hell do you get the Cortex map? Synthesized map bosses and Maven invitations, the Forgotten now have a chance to drop a unique. You know what that means, boys? That the Cortex map is going to the moon this league in terms of price, because they've literally just made it like impossible to get it. They've hidden it behind the invitation for the Forgotten. So unless you're running the Forgotten, then you will not get the Cortex map. That is bullshit. But let's carry on. Map sub-areas no longer have a +1 to area level. Oh, here we go. The following maps have been removed. Ancient City, Bazaar, Caldera, Carcass, Chateau, City Square, Colonnade, Colosseum, Core. Yes. Sounds like an invest for a standard strat. Yeah. The Cortex thing is just insane. That change is just... That means you can't get it from Kirak. You can't get it from Tujin. And I'm going to assume that you can't get it from... Beasts either, which is bullshit. So what's been added? Has Defiled Cathedral been added back in? Yes. I always love that map. Maps added back in: Arsenal, Barrows, Belfry, Cells, Cold River, Courthouse, Defiled Cathedral, Desert Spring, Dungeon, Excavation, Forbidden Woods, Fungal Hollow. I like that map. Graveyard, Lair, Lava Lake, Mausoleum, Phantasmagoria, Pit, Primordial Pool, Shipyard, Shrine, Silo. Yes, Silo's a good map. Sulphur Vents, Sunken City, Terrace, Tower, Toxic Sewers and Waterways. I'm going to be in the Cathedral. What, Defile Cathedral? Well, dude, if you have a different favorite, they've changed the way that it works. The Scarab. There's a Scarab now. I don't know whether you saw. Let me find it. I don't know whether you saw the change. You do lose a Scarab spot, but you can run a completely different map if you wanted to. Have a past it. There. Look at that. Divination card drops in this area are replaced by those of your favoured maps. So you could just put all Cathedral, and then run like Fungal Hollow. But the div cards that will drop in Fungal Hollow will be Defiled Cathedral drops. Do you want to know why that's good though? Yeah, do you want to know why though? Because the density in Defiled Cathedral is quite low because it's tied to Apothecary. So if you ran a map that has a higher density, you will potentially get more drops. Yeah, the density in Defiled Cathedral is something like I think it's something like 40% compared to, let's say, like Arsenal that was like 95% pack size. So you could literally put all your favorites as Defiled Cathedral and then run the juiciest map of the biggest pack size, and you will potentially get drops from the Defiled Cathedral. So strongboxes don't care. I think it is. Look, it says all drops. Divination card drops in area are replaced. So potentially. Right, let's carry on. Where was we up to? Right, so I was going through them all then, yeah, so, and every single one of them I was trying to think of the map in my head, and now it is. Dungeon, I hate Dungeon. I hate anything that's indoor with doors. I know that is one of them. The rest are okay. They're quite open. Cells. I don't like cells. Cells is bullshit. Yeah, cells is a pain in the ass. Okay, they've been reshuffled. That's fine. Crafting recipes. That's fine. They've all been shuffled. Yeah. Divination cards have found new homes. Yep. Okay. Yep. None of them are major. Kirak map mods. So there are still map mods. So you could potentially use map mods and use a scarab and get double the effect. Potentially. Let me read this. Typically, the map crafting options available at the map device rotate every league. All of the options that would usually rotate in and out are now available at the map device. Awesome. Unlocking as your map bonus completions. So you have the entire, every single option. Well, they have removed 7th Gate, so I did wonder if they were going to put that on. So, Fortune Brave is the Brave is 3C, Anarchy, Torment, yep, all the way down to Delirium, Ambush. So the cheapest one there is probably Essence. But you can no longer get Deafening Essences in maps, in tier 16 maps. So I don't know if that's a good one. So yeah, we'll come back to that one. Soul Eater buff has been reworked. What? There is now a maximum number of 45 souls that can be consumed, with each soul providing 5% increased attack and cast speed. For monsters, this buff also provides 2% less damage taken per soul. One soul is lost every 0.5 seconds if you have not gained any souls recently. This buff provides 2% less damage taken, so it gives 5%. Hold on, calculator time. So 45 times 5. So it gives you 225% attack speed and cast speed, and taken per soul. 45 times 2, so that's 90. So you then also take 90% less damage as well. So if you manage to get to 45, you're literally unkillable. Yeah, that is a nerf to Headhunter. Maximum chance to block attack damage and spell damage can no longer be raised above 90%. Instant skills can no longer be bound to left click, we know about that. And Unholy Might, I heard this on the live stream, this sounds pretty OP. Unholy Might no longer grants 30% of physical damage as extra chaos damage, it instead now provides 100% chance of physical damage converted to chaos damage and a 25% chance to apply Wither on hit. Instead of it being 30%, it's now 100%. That is massive in terms of Unholy Might. So for Necro, I did see a load of people, when he said that, I looked in the comments and everyone was spamming Necro SRS is back on the plate, boys, instead of going Guardian SRS, because then you just take that. So, yeah. Skill gem changes. Monster life increases in tier 17 maps no longer apply to the life of corpses. That's good for Detonate Dead, don't blow us up. Increased reductions to minion damage now also apply to the skills damage at 200% of their value, previously 200, so Absolution has been buffed. Animate Guardian of Smiting. Is this all the gem changes? We've already been through these. Yeah, I've already been through all of them. Yeah. Ascendancy changes. Summoned Sentinels of Radiance granted by the Guardian's Radiant Crusade Ascendancy passive skill now deals fire damage equal to 20% of its maximum life per second to enemies in a base radius of 4 meters. It was previously 30% of its maximum life in a base radius of 4, so the Sentinel's been nerfed basically. So he now does 20% rather than 30, and its radius has been shrunk, so good one. The Mindless Aggression Ascendancy no longer causes minions to have 10% increased movement speed, attack speed, and cast speed, or causes them to deal increased damage. Instead, it now causes them to deal 10% more damage and 20% more maximum life. Okay, that's a massive nerf. And Bone Barrier no longer grants level 20 bone armor, now provides 2% increased recovery rate of life and energy shield per minion, up to 20%. Or minions have 20% more life. Instead, it now provides minions have 40% of life added as extra energy shield, and 1% of damage dealt by your minions is leeched to you as life. Now, technically, if you had a lot of minions and they did a lot of damage, that is pretty OP in terms of leech. If your minions are doing the majority of your damage and you're constantly being leeching, that is pretty powerful. The Call to Arms keystone has been renamed to Warlord's Call and now provides war cries no longer exert attacks, and war cries also grant their buffer to nearby allies. Okay. Gun threshold. That was the new one. Detonate mine is triggered, which replaces you gain 5%. Yeah. Area of effect. Increased mana regen and increased maximum mana. Forethought. Okay. The Dreamer. Increased maximum mana regen. Unique item changes. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ralakesh Impatience no longer provides 30% increased movement speed. Oof. I knew something was going to happen, but they literally just went in and ripped away the movement speed. So if you're going to run them, you got to be slow. You're going to have to take the slowness. The Soul of Ascension lose back in breath fitting is now eating a soul. Yep, okay. The new versions. Okay. Cutting Might now provides. Yeah, I heard him talking about that one. Iron Mass unique sword no longer has a 25% chance to inflict withered for 2 seconds on hits or weapons. Okay. Item changes. Yeah, this is the big one. Stack decks, Diviner Strongboxes, Divination cards obtained as rewards no longer drop Divination cards and boss exclusively. Okay. The Void is now considered a boss exclusive Divination card. What? It now has a chance to drop from the Shaper, the Elder, and the Maven. Does that mean the price of the Void is going to go through the roof, guys? If the Void is only available from bosses, that just sounds busted. Scrolls of Wisdom can now be used on items that are corrupted. As a result of this, most items that previously dropped unidentified now drop unidentified. Okay. Flasks can now be corrupted using Varl Orbs. Yeah, we know about that. Whoa. The Veil modifier that provides reduced mana cost of skills during effect can no longer be unveiled or crafted onto flasks. That is going to break a lot of builds, because a lot of builds rely on that 25% reduced mana cost of skills. Fucking hell. Ruby, Sapphire, Topaz, we know about this. No longer grant 20% less damage. Now they grant 5% and 40%. Previously 50%. Yeah. These changes affect existing. Yeah. The slaying enemies close together can attract monsters from the realm, and areas inhibited by 2 additional rogue map modifiers can no longer roll. Oof. That one is fucking... That is brutal. So you can no longer run... Is it Triple Beyond? Because you can no longer run it on your map. That is broken. That is bugged. The corruption outcome for maps that identified the item that has been replaced with a corruption now adds an implicit. Yeah, we know about that. There are now 3 tiers of additional elemental resistances during effect suffix modifiers on flasks. Previously 5, with values of 18 to 20 at the highest. Previously. I'm sorry. That is massive. Does that mean that you can no longer be res capped with a mage blood? Look, the values of 18 to 20 at the highest tier, they have chopped off 20% elemental resistances to all elemental resistances. Oof. That is pretty powerful. Hold on. I'm going to have to do the maths. I'm going to have to do the maths on this. Give me a second. So, bismuth flask gives you 35%. Plus you would roll the 20% because you get 20. So that's 55%. Okay. Then, usually, you would then get your flasks to be 70% and 25%. So that's 95%. So let's just take 55. And then we will divide it by 100 and times it by 95. Plus 55. Minus 120 because of the resists. Is it 120? No. 75 and 60. So you need 60. So if you had no resist gear on at all, you would need 75 and 60. So 107.25. So you need 75 plus 60. So you need 135% overall. Minus 107.25 means that even if you had Mage Blood max rolled with a max rolled flask, you would still be short by your resistances by 27%. That nerf. Wow. That is crazy. Okay. So that means you're going to have to get some resistances on your gear, boys. It's basically, I know why they've done that. They've done that because the amount of people that were literally just running a Mage Blood and not having to worry about resists on their gear is like one item fixes all your resists. I bet they thought, no, that's too strong. We'll fix that. But in saying that, they have put tattoos back in the game. So if you are resistance starved, use some tattoos. So let's look. So the tattoo of Valko Shaman now provides chance to shock, previously chance to block spell damage. Okay. Increase now provides increased lightning damage, previously added lightning damage. Okay. You could stack them, that'd be good. Chance to poison on hit, previously recouped its life. Okay. Increased chaos damage, previously chaos damage. Increased mana no longer provides increased mana recovery from flasks. Okay. Now provides Chaos Res, previously increased skill effect duration. That's nice. Mana regen instead of mana regen flat. Okay. Increased mana, increased maximum energy shield. Diversity is going to be, yeah, diversity is going to be insane. Build diversity is going to go back, but they're changing them all. Look, they changed everything. Every single one of them has been changed. So, increased evasion rating instead of flat evasion rating. Chance to freeze instead of killing blows have a chance to shatter. Increased cold damage. Okay. Increased melee damage. Okay. Life regen per second instead of flat regen. Chance to bleed rather than life reservation. Increased physical damage instead of flat fizz. Chance to ignite. Previously enemies would explode. Okay. Increased fire damage. That would be good. Increase previously flat fire. Reduced effective shock. Lightning resistance. They've nerfed the lightning resistance. Previously 8, now 6. Increased flask effect. Previously 6, nerfed. Chance to avoid being poisoned. Previously nerfed. Now provides minions have increased life. Nerfed by 1%. Increased projectile speed. Previously 8, nerfed. 10% to avoid chill is nerfed. Cold resist, nerfed. Increased effect of your marks, nerfed. Chance to avoid being stunned, nerfed. Increased, take reduced extra damage from crit strikes is nerfed. Stun threshold, nerfed. Increased armor, nerfed. War cry, cooldown recovery rate, nerfed. Chance to avoid bleeding, nerfed. Totem life, nerfed. And reduced ignite duration and fire resistance, nerfed. So yes, every single tattoo across the board has been nerfed. And they've just changed some of them. I think the best ones here are the ones that are the flat damage. Look, flat cold damage, chaos damage, and the lightning damage. And the fire damage. They're probably some of the best ones. Divination card drops. The Blessing of Moosh has been re-enabled and now awards a corrupted level 21 transfigured gem. The Divine Justice has been re-enabled and now awards a corrupted Grand Spectrum. What? Okay. That's pretty OP. Doriani's Epiphany now has been re-enabled and now awards a corrupted level 21 transfigured gem with 20% quality. That's pretty powerful. Dying Anguish now awards a level 19 transfigured gem with 19% quality. Hook now awards a level 21 transfigured gem with 23% quality. That's what you want, the hook. And the Terrible Secret of Space now provide you with a level 21 23 quality. Oh, Golem Gem, transfigured Golem Gem. Right, okay. Ruthless, don't give a shit about Ruthless. Skip all that. Monster Balance, is that still in Ruthless? Is that still part of Ruthless? I think it is, yeah. I like reading the bug fixes. Some of the bug fixes are pretty funny. Fixed above where the revived duration for the domain of timeless conflict was not calculating correctly. Okay. Fixed a bug where split beams from Arc of Surging could target the same enemy. Fixed a bug where the crafted modifier physical attacks and release of life as weapons suffers prefix. Okay. Fixed a bug where Rage Vortex was not cancelled. Fixed a bug where Lycia's wind tunnel skill could be affected by action speed modifiers, sometimes causing the damaging area to not match. Fixed a bug where the chance to freeze monster modifier had a 1% chance to freeze, now 25% chance to freeze. Stygian Spires were affected by monsters fire additional projectile modifiers. Oh, okay. Tormented spirits could not function. Delirium demon spirit. No longer okay. Penance brand could fail to remove energy from a target when detaching. Transfigured siege ballistas. Cooldown poison or cooldown. Okay. Lightning arrows, visual effects with lightning strike. Play on targets. Okay. Targets which occurs to most enemies would still occur. Valakesh's impatience made were not applying to existing versions. Rockgut was granting onslaught even if it was not consumed. That's crazy. Bladefall would target the wrong location. Lightning trap did not display how many chains. Slam skills would not alternate. Favored map slots did not state that it could be unlocked. Fixed a bug where labyrinth crafting options added more quality than it did. It now states adds 6% quality instead of the incorrect 8. Fixed a bug where the divination card was awarding an ultimatum aspect instead of a Val aspect. Fixed a wonky interaction between the Elementers, Cosmos Malice. Okay. Transactions. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot of changes there. A lot of changes. Let me have a quick read of this. So this is part of the league. So these spirits, yep, that's fine. We don't know about that. It's this bit here. Examine the spirits haunting Ray class by peering through the lantern of Arimor. The lantern allows you to manipulate the spirits, letting you to configure which monsters they haunt. It would be wise to take your time with these decisions, for the spirits are not forgiving. Mysterious soul experiments can coalesce into powerful items. Take the corpses of the haunted monsters to the necropolis and bury them in one of the many graves in the cemetery and exercise them to forge items. Okay. There are 40 set of 40 new challenges, and they will be revealed in an upcoming news post. Head's about to explode. Brain overload with the amount of information. Yeah. I'm thinking about the essence changes. That's a big change. The fact that it doesn't say anything about where you get deafening. Yeah, deafening is not in there at all. So where the fuck do you get deafening essences from? Because it says there, look, Essence monoliths in white maps can now spawn up to a maximum of screaming, whilst yellow and red can spawn a maximum tier of shrieking. So I'm assuming corrupting it will get it to deafening, and then you could potentially then use this new corruption thing that we found earlier. Where is it? There was an essence new tier. That one. If you ran that and you got a guaranteed, so you would be guaranteed to get a shrieking, but then you'd then have to corrupt it to then try and get a deafening. Or would it jump to deafening? At least one essence has the highest possible tier. We'd have to test it. Highest possible tier to me is deafening, but the way that he's just said that in the way the patch notes are wrote, the highest possible tier is shrieking. That makes me think that you can't go any higher than shrieking. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to take in there, a lot of changes. Looks fun. The new league looks fun. A lot of quality of life changes, a lot of Atlas passive tree changes, a lot of changes. The Scarab fragment screen looks insane with the amount of Scarabs that there's going to be in the game, and all the different tiers is just going to be, well, all the different levels. There are no tiers, just the different rusted, polished, gilded, winged, and then there was the last one. I can't remember what the last one was. I've still got it up here. There. But they're not called that anymore. So to us, they're classed as rusted, polished, gilded, and winged, and then there's one that's now called, I don't know. It's not got a name. It's just a rank higher. So yeah. Don't know. I've got to learn a fucking ton more names, for God's sake. We've got Delirium Scarab, Ultimatum Scarab of bribing, dueling, catalyzing, inscription, curation, completion, all these names. For trading more than anything. I wanted to see the new gem. I wanted to see the poison concoction one. They said that there's a variant of a various gem of poison concoction, but it's not here. We've got Ice Shot and Tornado, and Artillery Ballista, but no poisonous concoction. I wonder if they're saving that for a reveal later in the week. What I did notice as well is that there's a mod there. Like, movement speed cannot be modified to below base value. Bit of a wasted mod, but it means that you cannot be slowed, cannot be chilled, cannot be slowed, cannot be stunned. That basically means that you have a modifier that the blight monsters can get. So basically you cannot be slowed down in any way, shape or form. So you can't be stunned, I don't think. I think that's what it means. Can't be stunned, can't be slowed, can't be chilled, can't be hindered. Anything that would slow you down in movement. So yeah, that's good. It's a good mod, but is it worth what it is? Another one is, look at that. +1 to power charge as an implicit. Sorry, not as an implicit. Now imagine you got that and then corrupted it and got the implicit of +1 power charge. You'd have a +2 power charge helmet. Power charge stacking back on. But because they've went and fucking nerfed Ralakesh, you're gonna have to squeeze in movement speed somewhere, because otherwise you're gonna be slow as hell. Unless you went with a skill that was a movement skill that did you damage, like Frostblink or Wintry Blast, you could do that. So yeah, a lot of information to take in, guys. I'm probably going to leave it there because I'm going to go get some food because I'm starving. I'm not eating since this stream's been on, and I've been on the stream now for like 6 hours. So I'm going to leave it there. A lot of information to take in, but overall, looks good. Changes for the better. We will see. Anyway, everyone who's watching, thank you for watching. It's been a good night, and I appreciate all your support for being in here. And I will speak to you in a bit. Stay sane.